I went there when I was younger, but I don't really remember anything. So I was like a super tiny baby. Not tiny, but like, so I'm finally coming here after 10 years. So these are the signal things, and they don't really have things where you can press on it. I'm pretty sure it's like auto-generated if it like senses movement or something. So let's just follow my parents and find out where we're going. Look at the architecture of the buildings. It looks really pretty, and there are different colored buildings here. So right now we're going to be taking a tram, and for adults it costs 120 Czech crowns. Oh, by the way, Czech crowns is the currency of the Czech Republic, and for kids up to 10 years old it's free, but you have to show them the kids' passport. So right now we just bought our tickets in this shop called Relay. And when we get our tickets, we're gonna board a tram, and in the tram we have to put this ticket in the machine, and then it's gonna stamp the date and time. And if you bought a 24-hour pass, it's gonna be 24 hours from the time you stamped it. So right now we're gonna be visiting four of the most popular places in Prague, and yeah, I don't know. Guess what? I just figured out where we're going, and we're going to the old town of Prague, and there are lots of shops here, bakeries and everything. And this morning we woke up really early so that you can see how empty the streets are. But let's see how it is at the Astronomical Clock Tower. And as you can see, this thing, tower with the clock, this is the Astronomical Tower, and in front of it there is a castle, and the astronomical clock is made in a Gothic style. Did you know that the astronomical clock is located on the southern side of the old town hall? And it's one of the landmarks in Prague, and it's a really cultural monument. And every hour between 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, a little show takes place, kind of like a cuckoo clock. And 12 people called apostyles pass while the Grim Reaper rings the death bell and holds up an hourglass with his other hand. Fun fact! Did you know that the Astronomical Clock Tower dates all the way back to 1410, and it's more than 600 years old, and the clock still works? That is so cool. I heard that you can read the position of the sun, what season it is, what day of the year it is, what position the moon is in, and everything. It's so cool, but I don't know how to read it yet. And I'll learn about how to read it, and then I'll let you guys know as well. And when the clock starts to ring, it's so crowded that I got confused whether I was at a fair or Prague's Astronomical Clock Tower. So even though we left the house early, we made it at like 11 o'clock here. It's like the 11 o'clock bell. It's super duper crowded already. Even if it's only 11 o'clock in the morning, it's this crowded. And yeah. So if you want to be in a place which is non-crowded, I suggest you come before 9 a.m. And right now we're inside the building, and it tells you about the history if you go on like a guided tour, but you can also visit just yourself. But for the guided tour, they don't like get you all the way up to the tower. And with the guided tour, you get to visit the Old Town Hall, but not the clock tower. So right now we're going underground, and this actually wasn't underground before. It was the first floor of the house, known as the ground floor of the house. It turned into a basement / underground when there was this really big flooding. Everybody had to flee from here, and they had to make another layer up, like another part. So that's when this turned into the basement, and there are quite a lot of wishing wells here. Phew! The tour just finished, and now we're going all the way up to the tower. The tour was very, very long. And right now we're going to go all the way up to the tower and see how the view is. So come on! So right now we're climbing the last bits to go to the top, and this this metal thing is not just a metal thing, it's the elevator to go all the way up. But to use the elevator, you have to pay an additional fee to use this. So we decided to climb instead of taking the lift, and I recommend climbing because the view is spectacular from the windows. And do you know that we're exactly on the other side of the clock tower? So we've arrived at the top of the tower. It's really windy and it's kind of chilly because it started to rain, and as you can see, there are literally like no people right now because it started to rain. And if you can differentiate when it was sunny and now when it's rainy, and the rooftops also look really pretty when it's raining because it kind of like gets like that bright color. Bright. 3, 2, 1, and it's sunny again! Now we're at the Vltava Square, and it's Prague's cultural and business center. And during the history of the Bohemia, it witnessed many significant historical events, since it's like a traditional venue for like demonstrations, celebrations, and like other mass gatherings. So right now we're going up the funicular, up the hill, to the Pigeon Tower, and the Pigeon Tower is a replica of the Eiffel Tower, and the Eiffel Tower and the Pigeon Tower is the same height measured from sea level. That means the Pigeon Tower is not the same height from the top of the hill to the top of the Pigeon Tower. It's the same height if you calculate it by the sea level to the top of the Pigeon Tower. It's the same height as the Eiffel Tower. So you remember the tram ticket we got this morning? It also works for the funicular. That means you don't have to pay anything for the funicular all the way to the Pigeon Tower, but you have to get a ticket for the Pigeon Tower. So we've reached the top, and you can see the Pigeon Tower from here, and it's pretty tall, and we can go to the middle of the Pigeon Tower or all the way to the top, and the line to go inside is really, really big, and there's an additional fee to use the elevator, and you can also go by stairs, which has the best view. So yeah. So this is what the view looks like from the middle part of the Pigeon Tower, but later on you'll see what it looks like from the top. So this is what the view looks like from the top. There are a few open windows and most of them are closed. So yeah. And I feel like the view from the middle one is better. And this is the bird's view of Prague. It looks so amazing. And there's also like a little play area before you reach the ticket counter of the Pigeon Tower. So right now I'm gonna play in the play area for 5 minutes. The sun is setting, and we're planning to make a few last stops, and one of those stops is gonna be the dancing building, and it's super duper unique, and it catches the eye with its super duper extraordinary and unordinary architecture, and the glass dynamic part is a replica kind of thing of a dancer nestled against a man, which the man is the static part made of concrete. The dancing tower is named because of the two towers reminding of the two famous dancers, Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. So right now we're walking alongside the riverbed of Vltava, and the meaning of Vltava means the wild water, but that is not in Czech. It's actually in German because the word Vltava has literally no meaning in Czech. And along the riverbed, there are these restaurants on the boats, but the boats don't move. They always stay where they are, and the reflection of the lights on land and on the river looks so pretty together, as you can see, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed my video, and thanks a lot for watching. So don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notifications button for more of my upcoming videos, and especially the one that's coming next in Prague, and yeah. So thank you, bye, until then. Beep. Goodbye.